Well, hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to my 2025 road trip up into Victoria. So today, well, I actually arrived yesterday and I was actually out here at this spot. This is Schultz's Beach, which is on Lake Hindmarsh. But as you can probably hear from behind me, it's quite windy, and there wasn't a lot of campsites here. There's one just over here and there's one just over there, but there wasn't a lot of firewood around here, so I've actually gone back and camped over near Jeparit. Although that is a little bit noisier with traffic, it's just a much better place. It's out of the wind for certain. So, and that there, that is Lake Hindmarsh, Victoria's largest freshwater lake. Natural freshwater lake, I should say. There's bigger lakes, but they're all man-made. So I think, going by what I've read, the last time it was filled was in 2011. She's bone dry now. Jeparit's in here. This is where I'm camped, somewhere in there. And then we've got Rainbow up this way, and Lake Albacutya, which I may have a look at today, but if not, in the next couple of days. Lake Hindmarsh fills via the Wimmer River, which I thought when I was a child living up here it came from the Grampians, but it actually doesn't. It starts at Mt Korong near Ararat. So gonna need a lot of rain before that fills up again. I believe Schultz's Beach was where they used to launch. Well, I was on the boat ramp there before, where they used to launch a lot of boats, but it's been abandoned now. So even though there's toilets there, they're non-working, and she's just been let go back to nature. So anyway, I'm heading up to Rainbow now, and I'm going to have a look around the township of Rainbow. So I'm just arriving in the little township of Rainbow, which is on the northern point of Lake Hindmarsh. So we've got a very flat golf course over here, and yeah, start of the season she's not real green. But so this is the town centre. Now I've been told that Rainbow actually isn't doing too bad in business-wise. It's got quite a good IGA there, and these unique little stores, and the pub's still open. I can't guarantee that's the same in Jeparit. So anyway, we'll get out and we'll have a look around this town and the centre part. Yeah, so this is Rainbow. It was originally called Rainbow Rise, and it was shortened to Rainbow in the 1900. First settled in 1846. They're quite a pretty little town, but there is a lot of businesses that are shut. The Blue Hotel over there, the Royal Hotel, that actually is shut. I think the Eureka might be open at some stage, but it's got a few shops, a few little knick-knack shops and art gallery kind of things. Certainly the supermarket's good, and there's a fair few people around, so it's I think it's actually doing all right. Certainly that little garden thing in the middle there, that is quite good. They've got little gates going through it as well when you want to cross from the other side to the other. And one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go out there. There's silo art out towards Lake Albacutya, so definitely going to go and have a look at that. So there we go, that's the township of Rainbow. Apparently, according to the census last done there, the population of 672. There really wasn't a lot to show other than the main street, because yeah, there was just houses and the odd church. But anyway, yeah, like I said, lovely little town. Now I'm off to, and I can see it in distance, Albacutya silo, where the silo art is, and then I'll head out to Lake Albacutya. So this is a little bit different silo art than the one that I say. This is Albacutya. Picture of a man and a woman who actually are the silo's owner's wife and son, and it was painted by Kit Bennett, and he did it inspired him from his childhood when he went out motorbike riding and catching yabbies. Now I'm at Lake Albacutya, and this here is the campground that's here. Not too bad, a little bit windy, but certainly got a toilet block here, And I think they're showers. I don't know whether they work, but they're certainly cold. So that there, out there, is Lake Albacutya. And it only fills when Lake Hindmarsh overflows. So when they had the wet year of 2011 and Hindmarsh did fill, it never overflowed into Lake Albacutya. So the last time that this one was filled was 1975. And that was around about the time that I came up here with my mate, my best mate, and his father, and we fished on this lake and we camped here. So 50 years ago this was last full. So this is my camp here on the Wim River. It's just outside of Jeparit on the Wim River, like I said. It's not bad. It's a little bit of rubbish around. I'd say it's pretty popular. But I found a nice little alcove here, and I haven't seen a single person come past it. So I've probably got it perfected now than the trip I did last year with this 3x3 metre gazebo. I knew what to take, although I still did forget a few things, like the GoPro cable for charging GoPros, but certainly the new solar panel is charging up the lithium battery pack, and I'm able to fit in the smokeless low smoke fire pit, which is working really well. Yeah, very happy with it. And the good part about that was I got it in the trees there yesterday where I was at Schultz's Beach. It was quite windy, and here so a little bit of breeze gets through, but it's a lot better. So I'm on the road this morning, and I'm over to the very right hand edge of the big desert to a little small walk called Herman's Hill, about 3.2 k's. So we'll get over there and have a look at it, and hopefully it's a nice little walk. I have arrived at Herman's Hill Nature Walk. 3.4 kilometres return, I think. So you might get lucky and see a malleefowl, but I seriously doubt it. Although I did see one when I was in the big desert last year. Named after... Herman's Hill is not an official name. It's actually just named after the local farmer, Herman Strauss, and all the locals just named it Herman's Hill. Well, I'm starting to get to the top. I can see the black marker up there. So far it's been a really good trail. Really enjoyed it. It's well marked. Lots of information boards about the vegetation animals you might see, and it's not too hard. So I reckon I've got about 300-400 metres. I can see the black spot up there. This is where I am here, Herman's Hill. I was going to come to this when I came to my trip last year, but just didn't get there. So I'm actually happy that I've done that. Broken Bucket. No, that's not where I was. I was further up here. Big Desert, I was way up there. Well, it's supposed to be a visitor's book there, but obviously a couple of pens and that's it. Oh, hang on. There's another one up here. Let's see if the visitor's book is in there. Nah, it's not even a thing. It's Trig Point. This large metal stand is Trig Point. So yeah, I've learned something new today. The black metal discs are called Trig Points. This isn't called Trig Point, it's a Trig Point, the metal disc. So out there, yeah, if you could find them, are other ones, and it was used for surveying. These days they use GPS, but they still do use the trig point. So out there, that's the big desert. So somewhere out here, I camped in August last year at Big Belly. Lovely campground. Over this way, somewhere there's Rainbow, and in the middle there, that'll be Lake Hindmarsh, and down over that way there's Jeparit, and Nil will be down here somewhere. So there we go, top of Herman's Hill. Lovely. Now you could take the same track back if you wanted to, or you can go this way and walk down the four-wheel drive track, which is what I'm going to do. As yeah, makes it a bit of a loop and a little bit more interesting. And there we go, back at the car again. According to Strava, I've done 2.81 kilometres where I am now. It actually says 2.6 kilometre loop. I thought it was 3.3, but I've got 2.8, so pretty close. Anyway, back to camp, and a nice cuppa awaits. This here is the 4 Mile Beach camping ground. It's the big one on Lake Hindmarsh. Goes, yeah, miles up that way. And I've been here at Easter many years back with my family, and it is crowded. There actually is a, or used to be a shop up there, but that's long gone. But the good thing about it is that in behind that bus is a shower and toilets. 20 cents for 2 minutes of hot water. This is the bottom end of Lake Hindmarsh. You can barely see the end up there. It's not a deep lake, but there would be a lot of water in it when it's full. I have been here when there's been a lot of water in, but I haven't been here when it's full. Okie dokie, time for dinner. So I've got the chicken parcels here, which I got from the local butcher in Ballarat. I've got a half a capsicum, a carrot, potato, an onion. I'm going to put it in the camp oven in this bag and roast it all up at the same time and see what I get. And there we go, sizzling away in the pan. One thing's for certain, I've got far too much food. Oh yeah, they're done. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is tasty chicken. That's a big meal. Vegetables are good, but the chicken is superb. That road over there can be a little bit noisy at night, but as the night wears on, it gets quieter. So anyway, that was a good day today. Yeah, really enjoyed that hike. Just a short one, just on 3 kilometres, but just lovely. Came back and read me book, and oh, the chicken roast dinner tonight. Wow, yeah, that was just fantastic. Still got some left over, so I've got something for lunch tomorrow. That's really good. So anyway, yeah, about to head to bed soon. So this is the little town of Jeparit, which is the township I'm just camped outside of. So according to the last census, there was a population of 342, which is not a lot. So it's only half the size of Rainbow. So like a lot of towns up here in the Mallee, they probably were thriving 100 years or so ago, when transportation was harder to do, but yeah, it's declined back now. So this is the birthplace of Sir Robert Menzies, Australia's longest serving Prime Minister. Although I don't think he spent a lot of time here. He went to boarding school in Ballarat when he was about 11 years old. So, but he still had fond memories of growing up as a kid in Jeparit. There's quite a big centre part here with a playground and a skate park. Quite picturesque through there, but this isn't the town centre. Here's the town centre. I know the pub on the left there is shut. And, I've got to watch this lady here on the gopher, make sure she doesn't come out. Oh, she's going. And I'll have a walk around here, but I don't think there's a lot of businesses open. There's a park just here with Robert Menzies informational park there. So yeah, the sad place of a dying town. I don't know whether the pub up there is just here somewhere is open, maybe later on, but all those shops over there and the shops here, and even this memorial building, which is the municipal chambers, is locked and shut, vacant. So yeah. So Robert Gordon Menzies, 1894 to 1978, Prime Minister from 1939 to 1941 and 1949 to 1966, and he died in 1978. Well, I wasn't going to come in here, but this is the machinery museum at Jeparit, but it's only $8 entry, and I thought, oh well, help the community out a bit and have a look around at some of the old machinery. My dad would have loved this. He just loves looking at old machinery. The old thatched machinery shed, so she was just timber poles and then they put thatching on it, and then they had the netting with posts on it over the top of the thatching. There was still a few around when I was a kid with machinery in them. A lot of this stuff is, yeah, I used it when I was a teenager and a farmer with my dad. We used a lot of the, you know, the disc plough over here and the hay rake there. There's a bale elevator over there. Yeah, a lot of memories of stuff that I used. So this is what the old school classrooms used to look like. And we had those desks in the school when I was a kid. Still had the inkwell there. Don't know whether we used ink. I think we'd gone to Byros, but yeah, the desks are the same. Straight back. And that school bag there, that was my first school bag. So there we go. I walk around the Pioneer Museum in Jeparit. It's well worth it. I think it only costs about $10 to get in, but there's a lot of stuff to see. So there we go. A look around the township of Jeparit. A lot of vacant shops. Really the only thing open is there is the supermarket. So that's the little township of Jeparit. Sadly, like a lot of the towns up this way, it's struggling. No businesses. The Pioneer Park with the machinery, I would recommend that for the price of what it is to get in. So anyway, back to camp now, and lazy afternoon. So going with the fresh vegetable menu, I've got a nice big thick steak, which I normally always have, but I'm going to put these in the camp oven and see what they turn out like without meat in it, because I still want to do that on the grill. It's all about come up a treat. Good old barbecued burnt steak. They're not bad, but definitely need the meat in there for flavour. steak is superb. He's making a big left-hand turn on that one. Must be getting too close to the one in front of him. Nope. He's actually heading for Sydney. Well, good morning, and the last morning here. Today I move on to near Charlton, Wedderburn area, to a spot I've got over there for about 3 nights. But yeah, look, this has been a great camp. I was a bit reluctant to come here because I thought it'd be too busy, but as it turned out I was the only one here. And this is pretty much the only campsite worthwhile staying at, so that's great. River, plenty of water, and it's out of the wind. So I recommend coming up this area and check out Rainbow and Jeparit and surrounding districts. Do the little country towns a favour. Go and see the Pioneer Museum. It's only $10 to get in, and it's just a nice little look around history of how this country was opened up for farming. So, but anyway, I'll call it quits for this campsite, and I'll see you at the next campsite. Well, hello and welcome back. Yeah, I'm at my next camp now. I had a great weekend away catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in 35 years, so that was great. So now I am actually at Mt Korong. So that's Mt Korong up there, and it's just outside of Wedderburn, which is sort of near Bendigo. I think I should have it to myself. That car there, they only came in about 15 minutes ago. I think they're just walking up there, they'll probably go. So it's not a bad little campsite, plenty of spots. I actually ended up putting the gazebo over the picnic table, so does the job nicely. Now I've got a nice table, don't have to set up my other ones. So what am I going to do here? Well, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to hike up Mt Korong. There's a track going up there. But today, there's actually a track, it's quite a long one, nearly 9 kilometres. I think I should be able to do it. Right round Mt Korong. So that's the plan today, that's what I'm going to do. So, I've started this walk. I don't think I'm going to be walking on actual walking tracks. I think it's going to be just plain vehicle tracks. I think that's what the walk is. So, a little bit different than what I'm used to. Well, I'm seeing footprints, so someone's walked this trail recently. I thought the fire pit that I'll camp next to but not using, I thought that actually had a very fresh fire in it, so I reckon someone was here on the weekend. I'm just going through a section of gum trees here, small ones, they're all dead. Well, the leaves on them at least are. But there hasn't been a fire through here. Yeah, a bit puzzling. Well, I'm about 1.5 k's into the walk, and you can see the track I'm walking on. It's a little bit steep there, probably doesn't come up on the video as steep, but it has climbed up a bit, and I'm getting a view to the south of this park. So down over there is the Kuyora, I think it's called, Conservation Reserve. So, but I'm heading this way. Still got another 8 k's to go yet. I'd say that's the top of Mt Korong up there. There is a track there, but don't know whether it goes to the top. I think I've got something coming this way. They're not coming along the track, but there's trucks moving around through there. Don't know what they're doing. It's actually, there, see, look at that. Private. Keep out. So, and there's a truck and there's a low loader down there. So it's actually outside the park, which made sense. I didn't think they'd be doing anything in here. So another truck going up the hill over there too. I think they dropped off a bulldozer. And there's a quarry or something in here. They're getting something out of there. I've made it to the top of the park. So from here I go across and then back down. And it's around about 4.5 k's, which is halfway. So yeah, I'd say it's probably, it's a nice walk, but it's not scenic at all. Just a walk. That's about all I can say. Yeah, they go. I had a couple of kangaroos sitting there. 3 actually. Yeah, they're hopping away. Thought they'd seen me. And I'm coming back on to the being able to see Mt Korong. So yeah, I'm going to climb that, not tomorrow but the next day. 364 metres, so quite a little short one. Still got about 4 k's to go to get back to camp. And there we go. Management vehicles gate. So camp is just through here. And there we go. Back to camp. It was a nice walk, not a great walk. 8.76 kilometres. A bit just short of 2 hours, so wouldn't want it any hotter though. I'm starting to become Sweatfest 5000 at the moment. It's only 19 degrees. Anyway, it was to relax and enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Well, I'd like to say good morning, but it really isn't. It was a rough night last night. The wind picked up and I haven't had a lot of sleep because everything was flapping and blowing, and you just hear the wind, you know, just come roaring up the valley behind me and then just buffet everything. And so I've actually, it's broken one of these arms off here, comes off there. So, and everything's bowed out. I'm getting to the point now where this kind of camping I'm just not enjoying anymore. There's too much set up. Since I bought the pup, I'm getting soft. I think if I can get a cheaper fare across here next year, I'll bring that across. It's just so easy to set up. And so today I'm actually going to head into the little township of Wedderburn, just have a look around that. Maybe find a nice bakery and get something to eat. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, that was the other thing that happened this morning too. I finally calmed down at about 5 o'clock and I managed to get back to sleep, and somebody pulled up here in the car park with a really loud car to, I don't know, go for a walk up the mountain and be there at dawn. It was just a calamity of errors. It just seemed to compound itself. But I did go into Wedderburn this morning, and there was an old battery in town, gold battery, because Wedderburn was a gold rush town, but it was locked behind gates. You couldn't see anything, and I couldn't find anything else to do, so I went to the caravan park and did a load of laundry, so got some fresh supplies there. But yeah, look, there wasn't much else I could do, so it's just a day off really. not much to film. So tomorrow morning I'm going to climb up Mt Korong, have a look around up there, and then I'm going to start packing up my setup because I'm heading back to Ballarat on Thursday. So. So far it's been a bit steep, but it is only short. I think in front of me there, just up through there, that's the top already, so very easy walk compared to some of the ones I've done. And you get a good view of the countryside. It looked really good when it was green, not the brown that we've got now. Yeah, I totally recommend this as something that most people could do. Not like the other ones. Well, as per usual, it just keeps on going and going and going. I think I might be coming out to the top now, but yeah, the old calves are burning. And there we go. At Tig Point, summit of Mt Korong. Only a baby, this one. 341 metres. There's south. Bendigo's over here somewhere. Ballarat's down in the centre. And then we're heading back over towards the Wimmera where I camped at Hindmarsh. Oh, there's a wedgie. Beautiful. And a falcon. Oh, he's coming in for something. No, missed it. Well, I'm heading back down the track now. Be an easy walk down, that's for certain. That was lovely. It's a little windy up there, and the wind is coming howling in from the north, and my campsite's on the south, so I sort of hope that I'm not going to get the wind that I had the previous night. So because this afternoon I'm leaving tomorrow, and the camping part of this trip is over. And so I'm going to pack up some of the stuff today so that it doesn't get wet overnight, and I haven't got such a big pack up in the morning. So, and there we go, back at camp. I don't believe that's the Mt Korong summit right there. I think it's over and up a bit. You just can't see it from this angle. Back at camp, and as I thought, the wind isn't as bad as it was up top, so that'll give me a good chance to actually pack up a fair bit of stuff. So that's tonight's dinner. I think they're Italian herb sausages. Yeah, but oh, they are beautiful. I've already had a few of them for lunch and such, but yeah, I'm just going to put them into the camp oven and fry them up that way. You may hear it in the breeze, but the weather has not improved. I have no idea whether I'm going to be able to get those side awnings down tonight. Hopefully it calms down in the next couple of hours. Managed to get away the solar panel and the solar cables because the sun, yeah, it's behind the hill now, so that's fine. Yep, I'm gonna call that cooked. A dinner of champions here, I'll tell you what. Go, campsite is all packed up. Fire is out, nothing left but some footprints. Yes, I think I'm hopefully next year when I come back in the winter time, I might be able to get a cheaper fare and come in the pup instead. So this has been a pretty good campsite. Road noise was not much, and there wasn't too many visitors. Plenty of firewood, so nice and relaxing time. But I'm heading back to Ballarat now, and then back on the boat next Tuesday night. So I'm gonna finish off this video. Hope you've enjoyed my road trip for 2025. Anyway, if you like this channel, consider subscribing to it, and I'll see you in the next one back in Tassie.